Hello everyone, good morning everyone. I would like to wish you happy Dasara and Vijayadashmi to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So welcome to meeting number 200 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I am Mohan TMR, your Sergeant of the day. I am sure you are excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours. I would request everyone to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Your audio should be off when you are able to speak or call to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International does not put any restriction on these topics, at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all the role takers and speakers to be mindful and responsible on these sensitive topics. As a club, we are committed to practicing diversity and inclusive both letter and spirit. Ensure there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me now call upon Presiding Office for today's meeting, Mukund Joshi. He is a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director. He is currently the Vice President Education of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. He loves reading, public speaking, and currently is learning goals. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Sergeant at Arms, for that wonderful introduction. First and foremost, I declare today's meeting open. Let's hear. I see one guest today, although this person is also an evaluator. I would request Harshana, if possible, to come on camera and give a brief introduction about yourself and how you know about Gabbys.
Hi guys, I'm Fernando. I'm from Nigambo Toastmasters and I was invited by one of your members.
Sorry, sound is very low.
Yeah, from him. It's audible for us. You can go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Harshana.
Yeah, am I audible? Or is there a problem?
Your sound is good.
Your sound is a little feeble, but we can hear you. We can hear what you're speaking.
Okay. I'll try to speak loud, so it would be better. Yeah,
okay.
So I'm from Nigambo Toastmasters, and I'm been invited by one of your members, Toastmaster Sudharma, who's also a member at Nigambo Toastmasters as well. So I'm glad to be here. This is the second time I visit Gabbys, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for the invite and pleasure to be joining you.
Thank you, Harshana. The pleasure is also ours to have you here. You are one of our evaluators today. We look forward to hearing your feedback on one of our speakers. Thank you and welcome again. So friends, when I saw today's theme, discipline, I was a little bit taken aback. It didn't create a happy mind in me, to be honest. Discipline usually has some kind of a negative connotation attached to it. Ask any kid, they will tell you how they feel when they hear the word discipline. Not that we adults love it a lot. There's no love lost between us and discipline because we all know what discipline entails to do. I can give you my own example of how I became disciplined when I pursued my professional qualification of being a CPA. This was like around 15 years back. And I had to really be dedicated to getting this professional qualification. So the discipline that I followed was to get up at, start studying at 7 in the morning till around 11:30, 12. The fact that I had to study for those 5 hours was for me written on stone. There is nothing that could deter me from doing it. And I did it, and thank God I became successful. I cleared my CPA when I did that for a period of like 8 months or 9 months at that point in time. But now looking back in hindsight, I also lost so many things because of becoming so disciplined. I lost on social life, I lost on family life, I lost few friends, because of not being able to give time to them, and so on and so forth. Although professionally, I did gain a lot, but there were certain side effects to this being disciplined. So come to think of it, is there something that we can do where we can balance both discipline as well as make this discipline not so pleasant, make it not so pleasant, basically, or make it a little more pleasant. So how can we do that? How can we actually do that? So there are 2-3 things that we can do. There are 2-3 things that we can do when we have to be disciplined. First and the foremost, I would say that if you have to do a task, right, which is monotonous, but you have to do it, there is no other alternative for you, right? Then combine that with another task. Right? Combine that with another task. For example, if you want to look at your lots of emails that you have, and there is no other way but to do it before Monday begins, right? Combine that with another task like playing the music in the background. I'm not saying hard rock or heavy metal, but something soothing, something like a ghazal or something like that. Will keep playing in the background, and that will de-stress you a little bit. Or another way of doing it, or de-stressing yourself and at the same time being disciplined, is get a partner to do it. Like, for example, for studying, while I was studying CPA, if I had got a partner with me, I could have solved some problems in discussion with that person. And to that extent, my stress would have come down a little more, right? That's another way of addressing the negative things about the discipline. Or the third thing, and this I do even today, is if something is very monotonous or laborious, I somehow try to do it first. Do it and be done with it. Then you become totally de-stressed for the rest of your time. Right? That is one more way of countering the so-called discipline. But having said that, there is no escaping discipline. There is no escaping discipline. So if you are not disciplined, it's impossible to do anything. So this is my few take on today's theme, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't want to steal the thunder from today's Toastmaster of the day, because I'm sure he has a lot of things on discipline to take us through in the next couple of hours. Talking about today's Toastmaster of the day, lo and behold, he's also a chartered accountant. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if someone has to become a CA or a CPA or a ICWA or a CS or a CFA, all these are, if anybody is thinking what I'm talking about, no, this is not Latin or German. These are the terms that we in the finance profession use very often, right? If you are in the finance profession, getting a professional qualification itself is like making a statement. And to do that, you need a lot of discipline. And that is exactly what our today's Toastmaster of the day is going to talk us about. And he himself is a chartered accountant. He himself is a chartered accountant, and who else? You are listening about discipline from the horse's mouth. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for today's Toastmaster of the day, Sanjay Jain.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukund, for a wonderful introduction and starting the topic. I would like to greet all of them. Happy Dasara to all of you and your family. May Ma Durga bless you with strength, prosperity, and happiness. May this festival bring peace, joy, and success into our life. With this, I'm going to start the theme. Already, our presiding officer has elaborated it, the power of discipline. How many of you believe that power of discipline plays a major role in our success? Yeah, 1, I see the 2, 3. Yeah, can you please elaborate, how, as Mukund has already elaborated, any Karthik or I'm not able to see the other person who has lifted their hand. Can you elaborate how it plays a role by giving your personal stories or something like that?
Yeah, I would want to share one of my personal story, and it was once when I was weighing around 95 kgs. Yeah, so people used to call me as hippopotamus. Yeah, and so what I did, so when they started body shaming me, I took it very seriously and I gained another 10 kgs. I became 105 kgs because there was no discipline. And I had to bring up discipline in myself, and I started bringing the discipline, and I started working towards fitness. I mean, I would say consistency is the main thing if you want to achieve something, and consistency comes only with discipline. Let me tell you, if you want to achieve anything, discipline is the only thing which can help you achieve your dreams. So, in my way, achieving fitness through discipline was one way of knowing how discipline is very important. That's my take on it.
Yes, you're right, Karthik. What is the meaning of discipline? I will elaborate it. Discipline, in essence, is the ability to stick to a decision long after excitement of making that decision has faded. It is the habit of staying focused on our goals, even when distractions or difficulties arises. While motivation might get you started, it is the discipline that keeps you going. So it is this statement makes it clear the importance of discipline. When you want to achieve some targets or goals, this will act as a bridge to achieve that target. So when you want to achieve something, you have to keep in your mind that only one thing will take you to that goal is discipline. Now coming to the Toastmaster today has made us disciplined. Why? Because we have to improve. Our goal is to improve our public speaking skills. If we don't have discipline to come on time or things like that, then we are not going to achieve great results. How much hour we may join, how many hour public speaking courses or things like that. But only one thing keeps us that we have to participate actively. And today I would request members to actively participate in this so that we can take the benefits of this meeting. And I would like all to be inclusive and speak on the topic. I would like to ask, Mukund has already elaborated that during childhood, during education, we have to be disciplined. At that point of time, I was 80 to 90% disciplined. So I could achieve my results. Now, as we grow up, I'm not able to concentrate that much in my life because I'm surrounded by various factors like maybe work pressure, maybe family commitment or social things. So I'm not, whenever I achieve, I'm not able to concentrate 100% to achieve that results. So this is because I'm not disciplined. If I become again a discipline, I will go to achieve a great results. So if anybody want to give their personal stories or something, I would request the members to unmute and speak. Anybody want to speak? Offline audience also want to speak?
Yeah, we have one person.
Yeah.
I have one story. So basically, from long time I wanted to develop a habit of reading books, but I was not able to because every day you will find some excuse that you don't have time for this activity. But what I started doing that every morning when I wake up or when I'm going to sleep, at least 10 pages I read of a book, and I have just completed one book within a month. So this shown me that the power of discipline, how we can change the things. Thank you.
Yes, you are right, Subham. Mavir, you want to speak?
Yes, hi all. Good morning. This is Toastmaster Mahavir. So my take on discipline, I started running marathons last year. So last year my half marathon timing was okay, but then this year I did practice. I could maintain my mileage every week, stuck to a schedule of practice, and my timing improved. My the feel I have after the run was I felt very strong. So yes, discipline and consistency matters a lot, and yeah, that helps. And yeah, we need to maintain discipline in case we have a. Everyone has goals. If you want to achieve your goal, definitely you need to maintain discipline to achieve it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mavir. There are 10 unique disciplines. One is called the self-discipline. Other is called the academic discipline, professional discipline, physical discipline, financial disciplines, emotional disciplines, time discipline, creativity discipline, social discipline, spiritual discipline. These are the major things which are there. For example, financial discipline, if you are earning any amount and if you're not saving, then you will never get financial independence. So the discipline for financial discipline is that you have to make a target of saving the amount which you think appropriate and which will help you to make you financial independence. Like that, each thing are there. Physical discipline, for example, if you're not going to do workout or things, small things, you're not going to achieve great results. So that it is everything is coming with some sacrifice we have to do with our uncomfortness. We have to be uncomfort at when we become comfort, at that time we lose discipline. So it is said that we have to be uncomfort at some point when we are going to get comfort. To achieve anything, we have to be uncomfort. I believe in that, so that discipline automatically comes into picture. Now let us move to the now let me elaborate how the Toastmasters meeting runs. We have three segments. One is the prepared speech, the second one is the table topic, and the third one is evaluation section. I would like to call upon today's general evaluator. He is working as a full stack developer in Traveloper and is a tech trainer, history and movie buff. He loves storytelling and listening to music. Hakuna Mata is the motto of his life. Laugh until you rove is the caption of his persona. Let me welcome the General Evaluator Karthik Venugopal. Karthik Venugopal, the stage is yours.
They say feedback is the breakfast or lunch for champions. But if you closely observe this sentence with binoculars, do champions need feedback? No, right? So who needs the feedback? Everyone. Learners, losers like me who have lost many battles. We just glorify success all the time. But what about the losers? So how many losers in the team? Nobody except me. Okay. So every one of us need a feedback. It's not just the champions. So feedback is a breakfast, lunch, dinner of everyone. So that's why I'm here as a general evaluator, wherein I'll be looking after the whole meeting, nitpicking small feedback on every role takers, on speakers, evaluators, the whole meeting, entire meeting. So for this, I need a team. So let me call my team one by one. So we have our timer. Kamal. So Kamal Jain is chartered accountant, born and brought up in Gwalior. He finished Polytechnic Engineering in IT before chartered accountancy. He works in Airtel. He worked in Airtel, Tata Motors, Samsung, Daimler Truck. He is passionately curious. Invest his free time on equity research and political knowledge. So over to you, Kamal. Please explain us the role of timer.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Happy Dashera to all of you. So I'm a timer for this meeting, and I will note down the time for prepared speeches and table topics and evaluation time as well. And I will alert all of you, all of the speakers by showing the cards, green card, yellow card, and red card. So for table topics, the time is 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will show green card, 1 minute 30-second yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will show a red card. You will get a 30-second as a grace. So you have to start to bind up your speech by 2 minutes. And you will get a 30 seconds. So you should stop your speech by anyhow at 2 minutes 30 seconds to qualify for evaluation. And for prepared speeches, time is 4 to 6 minutes. So at 4 minutes, I will show green card. 5 minutes, I will show a yellow card, and 6 minutes, I will show a red card. In this section as well, you will get a 30 seconds for as a grace. For evaluation section, time is 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I will show a green card. 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show a yellow card, and 3 minutes, I will show a red card. I will show my report at end of the meeting when General Evaluator will call to me. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
So thank you, Kamal. Now let's move on to our next role taker and the R counter. So our counter is originally from Agra and currently working in Bangalore. He has background in fashion industry, specialization in sourcing leather products. So having worked in 5 different cities across India, he is passionate about exploring new places. So let us call upon our our counter, and our counter for today is Toastmasters Sumit. Sumit, you can come here. Yeah, you can. Yes. You can take the laptop. It's okay, we will start. Yes, start.
Hello everyone, happy Dussehra to all. I'm the R counter. I've taken the R counter role for the day, and the purpose of the R counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary filler words used by all the speakers and role takers of today's meeting. This report would focus on majorly 5 areas. For example, filler words such as inappropriate interjections, for example, and, well, but, so, you know, and the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing. Repetitive words or phrases in the form of I or this means. Last, unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. I'll present my final report when called upon by the General Evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Sumit. Give a big round of applause to Sumit and as well as Kamal for explaining the role. Now let us move on to calling upon our grammarian. So our grammarian is originally from Andhra Pradesh and based in Hyderabad, now based in Bangalore, holds a bachelor's degree in business management, 2 years of experience in digital marketing, and now works at Amazon as a senior marketing executive for the last 4 years. And he's also called the Mahesh Babu of Gabbys. So please call upon the Mohan Rao. Evaru kodte Grammarian report vastundho ade Mohan Babu. Yeah, the one who gets the Grammarian report is the Mohan. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Karthik. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take a note of any misuse of the English language as well as outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to introduce word of the day. Today, word of the day is ineffable. It means great or extreme. So we can also use as the view from the mountains was ineffable. The beauty of the night sky was ineffable. Even we can say today TMOD topic was ineffable. And Karthik generally was ineffable. We can use as, I would request everyone to use word of the day. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Mohan. And please start using the word of the day. Okay, so now let us move on. So let us move on to call upon our listener. So I just lost his introduction, but I know who is he. So he's working as a developer, senior developer, software developer, and the one great thing, the common thing between us is we both hate maths. So please explain his listener role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello everyone, this is Nandan here. Good morning to each one of you and happy Dussehra. So I'll be the listener for today and my role would be to listen carefully to whatever is being said in today's meeting. At the end of this meeting, what I'll do is I'll try to frame short questions and I'll just check your listening capabilities. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandan. So that's it. So I'll be back with my report and my team will be back with their report when we are called upon on the general evaluation section. Now I give back the mic to Toastmaster of the day, Sanjay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. Now let us proceed to the first section, that is the prepared speech. For that, I would call the first evaluator, Harshana. Harshana, are you available?
Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster today.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you for confirming. Now I will be calling the first speaker. He hails from Rajasthan and is a chartered accountant with over 5 years of experience. He is currently working with Dalmia Trucks Group and enjoys traveling and playing badminton in his free time. Let me welcome Shubham Somani. Yeah, he is on the stage here. Shubham Somani, off-mark lesson. Shubham Somani, off-mark lesson. Over to you. The stage is yours. You're mute. And timer, it is 5 to 7 minutes, the speech. And I will read out the project guidelines also. Sorry, I have not read it. So give me 1 minute time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the speech is from the presentation mastery level 1, project 3, where he will practice vocal variety and body language. Shubham Somani, the half mark lesson, Shubham Somani. The stage is yours.
Let me tell back all of you to our school days. A quick raise of hand from all of you. How many of you have ever signed your answer sheet when teacher asked you to get it signed from your parents, but the marks were too low? Any of you, if you can raise your hand?
My dad's signature was very hard.
Okay, I can see some hands raised here. Welcome to the club. Even I was part of this club. But this trick started getting flopped for me when I entered in class 10. My teacher suddenly started more interaction with my parents. I think he was taking care of my board, but it became a problem for me. Me and my friend thought we have to come with a better solution of this. And one day, we found a magical solution of this problem. What was that? Was it doing group studies? Or was it making notes? Or was it taking extra tuition classes? It was none of that. It was altering the marks in the answer sheets. Yes, you had it right. Let me explain. What used to happen in my school time, teacher used to show us our answer sheets before they finalize the number, so that we can check if any question is unchecked, or the marks are not given properly, or any totaling mistake is there, and there magic happened. We got a red pen and we started altering the marks over there. For example, a question worth is for mark 3. What we used to do, if the teacher has only given me 2, we used to add half or 1/4 over there, and that will help me to increase my total. This trick becomes super hit for all of us, for my friends. We used to feel like a math wizards, not at solving the equation, but bending the system at our will. We were untouchable till the time I got caught. It was my maths half-yearly exam. I had my answer sheet in front of me. And what I saw, a big 0 against 2 questions, which was making my total low as compared to other students as usual. And this thing started getting tension in my mind. I started thinking my teacher will scold me, he will beat me, maybe he will call my parents, they will beat me. Other students will stop talking to me because I am a loser, I will be alone. Subconsciously, this thought instructed me to take my red pen out of my bag and started altering the marks. After doing that, I marched to Mr. Gupta, my math teacher, and said in a very polite manner, "Sir, total mistake." Mr. Gupta, a math teacher, this trick was working with other teachers very fine, but a math teacher, he started thinking, am I a math good teacher? I am doing a lot of totaling mistakes nowadays. So he asked me to just wait aside till the time he collects other copies. He collected and then my turn came. He took my answer sheets and started investigating it like an investigating officer who is investigating a crime scene. I could see his narrow eyes and wrinkles on his forehead when he was checking the answer sheet, and suddenly a smile broke in his face. He asked a question paper from another student and handed over both to me and asked, "Shubham, how many marks question 5 worth?" I just checked from the question paper and said, 3. Mr. Gupta, my dear friend Shubham, and how many marks you have got in this question? I was about to tell, I checked my answer sheet, and there I was in shock. And I said in a very low voice, 3.5. He asked another student to check my bag, and they found a red pen in that. The whole class and everyone had understood at the time what has happened here. When I was altering the marks, I did not check that the question was only worth for 3. I just added half there and that made it as a 3.5. everyone started laughing, and in that moment, I could feel burden of whole world on my shoulder, and I could see flashing my career ruined because of this half marks adjustment. And but the surprise to me, something happened which was totally unexpected. Instead of scolding me, Mr. Gupta looked into my eyes and very calmly he asked, "Do you think this is the way to solve your problems? By avoiding them? Today you are fooling the marks, but what will happen when stakes will be higher?" Those words from Mr. Gupta hit my heart so hard. And I understood I was not fooling the system, I was fooling myself. And Mr. Gupta, with his infinite patience, instead of letting that moment define me as a loser or cheater, he helped me to understand the authenticity and integrity lecture. And as a chartered accountant today, who can better understand the importance of a single number other than me? When I think back to that day today, whenever specifically my honesty gets tested, I realize success does not have any shortcuts. That's why, my dear fellow Toastmasters, when next time life ends you with a zero, don't run from it. Own it, learn from it, and make it as a stepstone to make a better version of yourself. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Shubham, for bringing it a very good story, and it's really worth telling things which will have impact on others to follow honesty and truth. Yeah. Now let us come to the second speaker. Second speaker will be evaluated by Punith CK. Punith, are you there? I'm able to see you. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Thank you, Punith, for confirming. The second speaker is an IT consultant who enjoys watching movies, walking in nature, and playing table tennis. He currently is a member of Beckenham Communicators Toastmasters Club. Let us welcome Toastmaster Manoj. Manoj, are you there? Yeah, I'm able to see him. Yeah. He is attempting level 3 project 2 from persuasive influence path for focus on storytelling. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. Toastmaster Manoj, take an Uber. Take an Uber, Toastmaster Manoj. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Manoj. You can start, Manoj. You're mute, I think. Are you able to hear, Manoj?
We all love a good, healthy rivalry, don't we? Whether it's Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Daredevil or Argentina versus Brazil cricket match. But these are just appetizers. The main course, the heavyweights of all, the T-Rex of rivalries, India versus Pakistan. Good morning, Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the Day, and fellow Toastmaster guest. Back in 2021, Champions Trophy final, when Pakistan destroyed India right in front of me and my poor friends in the cricket final. We were in the stadium, humiliated, agitated, and gutted. It made me question that my mere existence, me and my friend has lost the soul. For few days, I stopped eating food. My wife thought I'm on a trendy diet, but in actual, I was marinating in shame. The next day, still reeling with the heat of losing the match, I was ready for the next showdown. Now this time, no cricket. This time, it's a table tennis final match. All set to go, suited and booted. Got my car, keys, right in front of me, 1990 vintage model Ford Classic. Broke down. I have no other options but to beg to my wife to get her BMW Mini Cooper. Now my wife's Mini Cooper BMW is not a car. It's her pride. It's her prestige. So spotless. If she could insulate in a bubble wrap. So after all those promises I have made to her, she said, I will only give you the car with one condition. Go to the match, no detours, no friends, no pub, or take an Uber. After promising the world, she handed over the keys to me. So here I am, right now driving the car on a motorway at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour, barely a 5-meter wide road. I was thinking about the match, and all of a sudden, I saw a maniac, driving a car at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour in a 5 meters wide road. And just right in front of me, we slowed down. We both slowed down, inches to pass through without a scratch. As we were going, slowly and slowly and slowly, he just flows the car like a Vin Diesel in a Fast and Furious. Metal meet metal. When I look back, it's a big scratch on my wife's Mini Cooper, the back side of the car. My life frozen in front of me. The only thing which was echoing in my mind was she's trying to chop me down and roast me in the tandoor. But after a while, my consciousness rebooted. I said, I'm not going to let this guy go away like this. I whipped the car and start chasing him. And all through I was thinking, I should have taken an Uber. After looking around him, I saw him right now in front of an hospital. I put the car in front of him so that I can block him so he should not run away from there. When I get down from the car, I start looking at him. Huge guy, humongous, massive, like a WWE wrestler. My confidence deflates like a fast, cheap tire. And I know the fact he's going to squash me like a bug. But I went closer to him. I thought maybe I'll call the police. So police officer asked me, did you think that the car is in drivable condition? I said, yes, sir. Did anyone got injured? I said, no, sir. Handled by yourself. Oh, thank you, officer, for giving such an inspiring advice to me. So I called my mates who were reeling from the heat of losing the match yesterday. They don't give a shit to me. But then I said, the guys from Pakistan. All got agitated. Don't leave this bloody guy. Get his license, get his address, get his DNA. Here I am knowing that he's a WWE wrestler. So I started negotiating. After a while, we agreed to meet him at a workshop. Right? No. He changed the plan very next day. Asked me to meet near the Tesco warehouse. So my friends know this seems to be a sketchy location. So they came with me. Some of them were hiding behind the warehouse. Some of them were hiding behind the bush. I am inside the car, reeling from the heat, waiting for him. After a while, he showed up. And he was coming closer to me. Closer to me. I'm inside the car, panting and panting inside the car, reeling from the heat of that. He asked me to slow down the glass. I started to scroll down the glass slowly, and slowly, as his stand stood near to me, ready for meet for a fist fight with him, he put the hand in the back pocket and pulled an envelope. The envelope of £1,000 given to him, and apologies for the incident yesterday happened as his wife was in ICU and he has to rush to meet her. You know, the whole incident of driving me back from that time to my house, I was thinking such a bizarre experience I had yesterday night and today. You know, the world is not full of bad people or bad villains. They have their own messes. They're trying to sort it out. So the very next time, I will stick to what my wife said. I will take an Uber. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toastmaster Manoj. It was an excellent speech. We could visualize what you were saying and things what you were undergoing. Can I ask all to give a big applause to Toastmaster Manoj? Yeah. Now we will, before going to the next segment, let me ask you some true and false statements which I will be reading out. People can say true or false for the statement. Discipline is more important than motivation for achieving long-term goals. Do you think it is a true or false? You can unmute and tell you. Yeah, Mavir has said true. Others?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It is a true. Yeah. Next, I will be reading out. Discipline only applies us to measure life decision, not daily habits. I think offline is off. Offline, I'm not able to hear.
Okay. No. False. It's false.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Then the third one, setting small achievable goals is good way to develop discipline. Do you think? Yeah, right. Yeah. Once you develop discipline, you no longer need motivation.
False.
Why it's false? Can anybody elaborate?
It's a constant process.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Discipline helps in improving self-control and focus.
True.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Successful people rely solely on their talent, not on discipline.
False.
Yeah.
False.
Discipline can help manage both personal and professional aspects of life effectively.
True.
Yeah. People with discipline never experience failure.
False.
Yeah, why it's a false? We say there is a power of discipline, but here, why it's a false?
Luck.
Yeah, luck also plays an important role. We should be at right time at right place also. Is required.
Right.
Then discipline is developed through consistent habit and self-regulations.
True.
Yeah, last one. It is easier to stay disciplined when there are clear and specific goals in place.
True.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now we will break for 5 minutes. We'll come by 11 o'clock. It is to all. No, 10:50 will come. Sorry, not 11 o'clock. 10:50. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. 10:50 we'll all gather that. Yeah.
I'm Nandan. This is Nandan. Very good. I see.
The way you were really good.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of me. Huh? From you only. From me. Okay, I am on cloud 8, not 9. Because 9 is.
That is Saurabh and. Yeah. Saurabh and.
Welcome back all.
Yeah, hi Sanjay.
Hi.
Internet.
There's a lot of lag.
Yeah, a lot of. That's why I connected to mobile. Oh, 10:50. Actually, we are ahead time today.
Otherwise, African break used to get 11:05.
Correct. The presiding officer's initial remarks, comments.
Yeah, welcome back. Now let us understand how we can cultivate discipline. Do you think that discipline can be cultivated, or it cannot be learned or cultivated? What do you think? Anybody want to speak?
Yeah. Gaurav is coming. Gaurav is coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, asking the question.
Just repeat again.
Yeah. Do you think discipline can be cultivated, or it's due to some what is it, family or something, or person can learn it on its own and cultivate the discipline?
So I feel personally it is something you develop over time, and it's not something you just get through family or through blood or something. That it doesn't work like that. So I can give you a small instance. For example, I think when I was in college, I remember I got this skin condition, not a major one, a small skin condition. So I went to the doctor. Instead of asking me about the skin condition, he started asking me about my lifestyle. Yeah, he was like, "What time do you get up? What do you eat? How many times do you go out for having food and stuff like that?" And then he did give me medicines, but the main thing he said was, "See, it all depends on your lifestyle. As you are saying, you don't work out at all, you don't exercise at all, and the food you eat is almost junk all the time." So he was like, "You have to cultivate an healthy habit so that it helps you in various ways." So I did do that. Every day I used to get up early in the morning, do some push-ups, do some yoga. I used to drink a lot of water, and over time, than the medicines, that the lifestyle actually helped me get better with the skin. So that's a small part where I realized, it's all about the discipline you get over time.
Yes, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Any other person, Sapna, you want to share?
Yes, I was hearing it for a long time. So discipline is something I believe it can be cultivated over a period of time. So far as I am concerned, I recollect so many of my habits about which I was not disciplined earlier. But later on, with constant practice and maintaining a regularity and with sincerity, I told myself again and again that this particular habit that I need to change in me and in myself. So I used to wake up in the morning and tell myself, I have to do this today. I have to stick to time. I have to say earlier, there's one instance that earlier I never used to wake up early. So later on, I realized that waking up early is a good habit which I should inculcate in myself. So just a few days it took me after I decided, and I had been constantly telling me myself that tomorrow morning I'll definitely wake up early, and I was able to bring that change in me. And there are many other things like doing yoga and exercise. I was not a very exercise pro person earlier, but later on when I decided that it will be harmful if I don't do it. But thing is that you have to keep reminding yourself that this particular thing you need to bring in yourself, and you have to uh, do it with certain amount of sincerity and regularity. I think you can do it.
Yes,
Over a
thank
period of
you
time
very
it
much
can
for
be
sharing.
achieved.
Why? Because our surroundings also plays an important role for being a discipline, which group we are connected and things like that, so that we can be we can achieve that goal easily. So that is the thing. Now, anybody other, Abhishek, you want to share?
Yes.
Yeah.
So discipline is cultivated, and let me share you my experience. So English was not my strength, okay, since childhood. So when I was preparing for CAT exam, so at first I used to spend all of the time on the math and DI, data interpretation and logical reasoning, thinking that these three subjects would help me to sail the exam. And then when result came, I got only 80 percentile in English section. Okay, and ultimately I got very low percentile overall. So I thought that okay, it's time to start preparing for English also. Otherwise, I will never get a satisfactory level percentile. And there are a lot of things that goes in the English section, right? Including so section like it has RC, then parajumble, fill in the blanks, and sentence completion, and 50% of those comes from the RC part, reading comprehension part. So I focused only RC part, and I practiced daily 8 reading comprehension for 4 months. Okay, and it has improved. It has helped me a lot. And in the next exam, I got 95 percentile in English section. So yeah, that's the power of discipline.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Abhishek, for sharing your personal story. Few strategies to help us develop discipline. Set realistic goals. Our goals should be realistic. It should not be abnormal goal, and it should be time bound. If we have a time bound goal written, then we can achieve it. Then create a plan. A detailed plan has to be created to achieve that. Small things. If you do it, we can achieve our goals in a bigger way. Then be consistent. We should be consistent. Today, if you are doing exercise for 1 hour and yesterday, tomorrow if you're not doing, then you're not consistent, and you will not be able to get a good as already one of the Toastmaster has explained in detail how he has changed his habits and things like that by being disciplined. Then embrace delayed gratification. Do not think that you'll get immediate rewards. It may get delayed also, but do not get disheartened by not getting the rewards immediately. As Abhishek has already said that how he has made his exams done again and written, and 95% he has got marks. Like that, it may be gratification we may get in a time period of time. Build resilience. These are the steps. Now I will be moving to the table topic thing. Before calling upon the table topic master, I would like to introduce him. He is an accomplished data scientist with over 7 years of professional experience. Hailing from Jharkhand, he possesses a deep cultural heritage and a keen interest in the stock market. Abhishek is dedicated to refining his communication and leadership skills through his engagement with Toastmasters, anticipating the opportunities for growth and development at the club offers. I would like to welcome Toastmaster Abhishek to take on the table topic section. Over to you. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, TMOD Sanjay. So good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the table topic session of the today's meeting. And many of us consider this as the most challenging and most rewarding part of the meeting. And rightly so, because it prepares you for impromptu speaking and trains you to quickly organize your thoughts and express your thoughts and deliver it. We can think of the table topic speech as mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. During table topics, I will invite a member or a guest to attempt the topic. I will give out the topics once the participant confirms their willingness to attempt the topic. While you are free to volunteer, we may not be able to cater all the volunteers. At the Gabbys, we believe in giving the opportunity to those who are more keen to participate and those who need little nudge. I will be using my discretion as the table topic master. In the case we are not able to give opportunity to a volunteer, please don't be disheartened. There is always one more meeting. There is never a dearth of opportunity in Toastmaster, specifically in Gabbys. So there is a simple rule of time here. Each speaker will get 1 to 2 minutes of time. You need to speak a minimum of 1 minute, and maximum of 2.5 minutes to qualify for polling. Green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. You will get an additional 30 seconds grace time to wrap up by 2.5 minutes. Please remember, you need to speak at least 1 minute to qualify. We will have 5 to 6 table topic speaker today, and each of them will be evaluated by a table topic evaluator during the general evaluation session. And the table topic evaluator for today's meeting is Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, we are
so
ready.
who is the first one?
Abhishek, I would request you to give the first topic to Mahavir. So he's contesting for area.
Okay, so Toastmaster Mahavir.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so your topic is discipline equals freedom. I am pasting it in the chat also. So topic is discipline equals freedom.
Thank you, Abhishek. Imagine a life where there was no discipline, where you kept doing things randomly. Would you achieve your goals? What would happen if you would not do anything as per your goal? Yes, discipline is very much needed for you to achieve your goals, to achieve freedom. And what is freedom? Freedom is freedom to have spend time with your family, freedom to do what you want, freedom to spend money the way you want. But all that comes with consistent hard work. It comes with consistent discipline. Doing something day in, day out, even though it bores you, even though you do not like to do. So that is discipline. For example, in my journey of running, if I need to run a marathon, it doesn't happen overnight. I need to practice it for months together. As I am doing for my preparation for my Mumbai marathon, which is happening in January 16th, I am counting every day. I have 100 days left, and every week I need make sure I run at least 40 kilometers so that I can achieve my goal. And that's it's the discipline, the routine which I have to follow up day in and day out to make sure I'm able to reach my goal of 5 hours to finish the marathon. And as Sanjay said, you need to keep yourself in a group which keeps you set with the discipline. So yes, I'm also a part of a runners group which keeps me motivated day in and day out. I'm able to stick in schedules. I'm able to go with them. Even if I don't feel like, they push me to go forward and make sure that I participate in the regular runs, in the regular practices sessions, what we do. So yes, discipline is very much needed. If you want freedom in a long term, you need to be disciplined today so that you can achieve freedom in whatever way you want. Thank you.
Yes, you're correct, Mahavir. So I always associate financial discipline. I always think that if you're financially disciplined, then you will be a financially free. So right now, when you get the job, you are financially independent. You are not asking money from your parents. But to be a financially free, you need to be a discipline. You need to be disciplined, and you need to invest in disciplined way. Yeah. So who is the next one?
Is Rishi.
Okay, Rishi, Toastmaster Rishi. So for you, the topic is, if you could invent a gadget to make staying disciplined easier, what it would be? Again, the topic, if you could invent a gadget to make staying disciplined easier, what would it be? I am pasting the topic in message also.
Thank you so much. If I am to make a gadget that would help us to stay disciplined, I would make a gadget that is designed without our control. So basically, let's say it's a gadget that gives you an electrocution. So let's say you have to wake up and study in the morning, but then at the same time you just can't wake up. It forcibly electrocutes you so that you wake up and ended up doing it. Because I believe that pain will bring you to success, and success have scars at the back, and it depends on us to see it from different perspective. Some see scars as something beautiful, some sees it as something that is not nice, and these types of gadgets can be really useful because once we started to get adjusted to the habit of being forcibly getting used to doing the things that we align ourselves to do, it creates a habit, and therefore we will start enjoying and aligning it with our goals. Therefore, that's the gadget that I would like to make. Thank you so much.
I was thinking on the same line. So it's like, let's say you set up an alarm at 6:30 morning, then said there should be a gadget which will push you out the bed, okay, which will make you fall, okay, on the floor. Then only you will be able to wake up. Otherwise, we can just skip the alarm, right? Snooze it, snooze it, snooze it. Yeah.
Can I?
So,
Yeah.
Sapna?
Yeah, I would like to answer for this question.
Yeah,
If
okay.
I happen to invent a gadget, I think I would like to invent a robot, and the robot will do everything for me. And supposingly, I have to wake up early in the morning. I want to be disciplined, to make myself disciplined to wake up in the morning. I will feed that in robot. Whatever habits that I want to bring change into myself, I will feed those habits and that discipline schedule in that robot, and he will do everything for me, and I will get the results. I will not do anything. Let the robot study. Let the robot wake up at 5 o'clock and do the walking and exercising, and let the robot eat less, and let the robot do the studying part, and I get the benefits and the fruits. I would like to invent such a kind of thing where I don't have to do anything, but that toy in which I feed that say what you call that program in such a way that he does everything for me and I get the result.
So
That's
this type of gadget will this type of gadget will help us make more lazy, not discipline.
but at least we will get the results out of that discipline schedule. Whatever results we want to get, that we will get. So the gadget will be such.
Okay, okay, got it. So anyone from the online?
Toastmaster Abhishek, so we have one of our guest, Amit. We can call Amit. Amit
Okay,
from
so guest
offline.
Amit.
And Toastmaster, you can give another topic to Toastmaster Sapna after Amit is done. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. So topic for you is one new year resolution that you completely failed to follow. One new year resolution that you completely failed to follow. I am listing the topics in this. Yes, go ahead.
So yeah, like every first January of the year, we think of some resolutions, and I mean after maybe 2-3 week we forget. This happens like a lot of time. Yeah, this is like human nature. We are wired to be like this. So my resolution for this year was to read read at least 2-3 books per month. I started reading book. I started reading book, but I couldn't complete all those books, so I left out in between those. Maybe I completed first 12 chapter or something. Then I left out. Then I moved to some other book. But yeah, I'm trying my hard. I trying my best to still complete reading as much as possible. So, yeah.
Thanks, Sumit. So, Sapna, TM Sapna, would you like to attempt a topic? Hello?
Sapna, you're on mute.
Sorry. So if anybody else is interested in answering a question, then you can ask him. Otherwise, I will attempt because I've already answered for 1 or 2 questions. So I think everybody should be given a chance.
So anyone from the online?
Bhagya Lakshmi is there if she is interested.
Yes, I can go, but I cannot be on camera. I'm sorry if that's fine with you all.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. The weirdest or the most unique method you have used to stay disciplined?
All right.
I am also pasting the topic in chat.
Weirdest or the most unique way. I don't know if it is the weirdest or the most unique way. There are, as we said, I do make resolutions, and I try to stick on to the resolution. If I happen to fail in, say, for example, every day getting up early in the morning and walking is one thing that I love doing, and I make this part of my routine. Most of the days I try and do that. If for whatever reason I'm not able to stick to my schedule and go on a walk in the morning, I try and compensate it by going in the evening or after dinner. I try and work that out. I take that 45 minutes of time and ensure that that day I have walked. I'm not missing the schedule, but it doesn't happen in the morning as I wanted always to do. So that is one thing that this is just not only with walking. I do this with every other thing that I want to be disciplined in. One of the things is like I wanted to be a better pursuing. So one thing that I learned was Toastmaster is a place where we can become a better speaker, right? So wherever I found an opportunity, whenever I have time, I join the meetings. I try to be part of the meetings, and I give at least a table topic session, or I take part in being one of the role takers. I do one thing, so my communication skill improves. Back to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Thanks, Bhagya Lakshmi.
We have Gaurav in the room, Abhishek.
Okay, TM Gaurav. So, Gaurav, topic for you is, if procrastination were an Olympic sport, what would be your gold medal moment? If procrastination were an Olympic sport, what would be your gold medal moment?
Nice topic. There I was just lying dead asleep. My eyes closed and having the best sleep ever. Let me give you a background. In my 6th standard, I used to go to yoga class right after my school. So after school, I had a lot of sport events and stuff like that. I remember going to yoga class one day. We did all the yoga and I was just dead asleep during Shavasana. At the next moment I wake up, I see just the lights, in front of me on, and I get up, there's no one around me. There was no one, and I look at the time, it's already 8. I had to leave at 7 actually. So there I was procrastinating from getting up from the place I was, that is Shavasana. And I go out of the room and I see that the yoga master patting on my head and saying, good, you had a good night's sleep and now go back home. I have to close the classes. So I feel that is when I had the best procrastination time in my life. I would have definitely deserved a gold medal back then for the best sleep I had. And I would repeat it all over again. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks for sharing your experience. Do you have time for one more?
Yes, we have.
Yes. So
Rahul, you can give Rahul some.
Rahul Sami.
Hi, yes, I'm there.
Can you come on camera, please, if you could?
Actually, right now I'm
okay,
walking somewhere.
It's fine.
Yeah.
How would you prank a super disciplined person?
How would I prank a super disciplined person?
Or have you ever pranked a super disciplined person? You can.
All right, it's an interesting topic. If I would have to prank a super disciplined person, I will let's say I am a teacher and the student is very super disciplined. Then I would set a difficult paper so that even after being so much disciplined, that student could not, learn everything. Or I will take an example of corporate. If I'm a boss and there is one subordinate who's super disciplined, he's coming on time in the morning and doing every project on time, I will give him a project which deadline I will keep very tight, and it will be like it will be an unrealistic project which I also don't need because it's a prank, and I will see that whether the person who's very disciplined is able to do that or not. If he is able to crack it and he is able to do it on the given timeline, I will really appreciate his efforts. And definitely, if I'm a boss, I will definitely appreciate by giving some incentives. That's how I think that the person, I can prank that person. And of course, if he's right, I'll give the incentive.
Yeah. So nice way to answer the question. Thanks.
Abhishek, you can give one more topic to Mohan. He wants to attempt it. We have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have one topic left with me. So yeah, TM Mohan. Yeah, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. The most disciplined animal you have ever met.
Most disciplined.
I am pasting the topic in message also.
Karthik. I can't say to anyone else. I can say myself only because I never go to office at time.
Never. Like it's been like last 1 year in my previous company now also, because I felt like I don't have discipline. Go to the office at the right time. Like if I lost 1 year almost, I used to go to offices exactly 9:30 to 10 now, but I will always go 10:30, 11:30 because no one asked me to come exact time. Even my manager doesn't care. He's chill like that. The reason is like no one asking you to come at the time. That's the reason not building any discipline. For example, today I started from my when I come to this Gabbys club, I started at 9:30. It's supposed to take 35 to 40 minutes to reach to here. I was thinking should I attempt should I give the sergeant a speech or in person or not. Then I called to Karthik. Suddenly, bro, please keep someone as a backup if I am not come. But suddenly I felt I reached here because I felt that I have discipline. I want to give. I want to attend it in person. It's all depends upon the inside. If you want to give it, you will try to give a discipline. If you are not, sometimes that discipline, sometimes you will miss it. That is the way. Sometimes it should feel as like a. It should never be like 100% discipline. It should never like a not. Sometimes few things will teach you lesson like where you need to grow up. Few things. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. So yeah, that's all from my side. Now over to you, TMOD.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toastmaster Abhishek. It was a wonderful topics, and we enjoyed it. Now, I would call the General Evaluator Karthik Venugopal to take the stage and please give your valuable evaluations to us to improve.
Yeah. So far we had good speeches, good table topic speeches. Now it's time for the evaluation, the feedback section. So now let us call upon the evaluators. So we will first move on to the evaluation of two prepared speeches. And our first speaker was Shubham Somani, and the evaluator who evaluated was the Punith, Toastmaster Punith. So Toastmaster Punith is working as a software developer and he stays in Bangalore, and he's been a great Toastmaster, passionate Toastmaster, I can say. I've been seeing him since years, 2 years. And
First one is Harsha.
So this is a point for me as a feedback as general evaluator. Okay, so yeah, that can happen. That's why I said feedback is for everyone, like even people like me. Okay, so now let's call upon our first evaluator, that is Harshana. So who will evaluate our first speaker, Shubham? You can come and stand here.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, and I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Right. My dear Toastmasters, and especially Toastmaster Shubham. Half mark lesson. Now, today I learned how to cheat on my exams. Thank you for that, Toastmaster Shubham. And well, it was a very innovative way indeed to introduce us. And in terms of the speech, Toastmaster Shubham, one thing that I noticed was throughout the speech, you had a lot of humor hidden and it was sprinkled all over the speech so that the audience can connect to the speech really well. Now, when it comes to the purpose of your project, which is body language and voice modulation, I believe that you did justice to your project purpose by delivering this speech. For example, when you were speaking, you had moments where you modulated your voice, just soften it, especially when giving really important messages. For example, when the teacher was giving you the message about how you want to solve this, you soften your voice. So that was a really nice way of delivering an important message. In terms of body language, especially the use of hand gestures, you did justice to us, Master Shubham, by showing us intentional hand gestures while delivering the speech. And in terms of the structure of the speech, the content, I would say it was really nicely built up. The story from where you started and how your teacher discovered, and lastly to the message that you gave, which was really, really important. So, Toastmaster Shubham, overall, I would say you did justice for the purpose, in achieving the purpose of your speech. in terms of improvements, I would suggest two things. First thing is, now you had actors, two characters in your speech. First one was you, and the other was the teacher. So if we can modulate your voice a little bit more when the speaker is the teacher, right? Maybe give it a twist, right? Give the voice a twist so that we can recognize that the teacher is speaking and you are speaking. So we have a differentiation between the teacher and you. And the other thing is, one thing that I noticed was, especially given the structure of, you're talking to the camera as well as you're talking to the audience at the room, so you managed it really well, right? So apart from that, try to have open palm gestures as much as possible, because I noticed that you were having your hands like this most of the time when you were not doing any hand gestures. So overall, had really nice structure, really good humor, nice message, really well-built story. Let's try to modulate the voice when two characters are speaking, and try to have open palm gestures as much as possible. Really well done, Toastmaster Shubham, and all the very best for your future speeches.
Thank you.
Over to you, Jain.
That was really a pertinent evaluation, Toastmaster Harshana. So Toastmaster Harshana is a past area director of Area H4 District 82, past president and member of Negombo Toastmasters Club. So thank you so much for that pertinent evaluation. And yes, I do agree to all your points. The points which I have written for Shubham about the hand gestures, you were really pertinent and you said about that. And there are no recommendations for you, Toastmaster Harshana, as an evaluator. But I have a few recommendations to Shubham. Shubham, I'm so happy listening you. I was really happy the way you narrated the story. That was a very good way of narrating a story, what you just presented us. So there is one recommendation I would like to give you is, use your speech title in your speech. That is very important. So your speech title should always be connected when you're delivering the speech. You can bring it multiple times in the speech, or else you can even bring your speech title in the conclusion, saying that, yeah, this is what is a speech title. So that is one small recommendation, but really happy to see Shubham delivering such a great speech, and also really happy to hear the evaluation from Toastmaster Harshana. So give a big round of applause for both speaker and evaluator. Okay, now we call upon our next evaluator, Toastmaster Punith. So the introduction I already gave to him, but yes, one thing what I observe about Punith is, he is a passionate Toastmaster and a great public speaker, and I have learned many things from him, because he was a past president of one of the legacy Toastmasters club, that is Toastmasters Indiranagar Pride, and now he is giving his vibrant teachings in Gabbys. So please give us a big round of applause to Toastmaster Punith, and he will evaluate our second speaker, Manoj Nair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for the kind words. Sometimes I felt like a celebrity, and for that you are. Thank you. At least one person agreed to that. Toastmaster Manoj, it was a compelling story with an interesting twist. What I personally like in your story is the way you took the story. The first you started with the rivalry matches, started with the IPL match, the football, and then you're talking about the India versus Pakistan, and it is totally connected with the Indian audience. Then you come to the personal story, and after that you end your story with an impactful message where the reality understanding that leads to a calm and gentle. And I appreciate your articulation and descriptive language skill, where that helps us to create a vivid picture of scenes that you explain. For example, BMW car riding in the 5-meter wide the road, chasing the car, and the feeling that you had when you meet a person who is stronger than you, and that here the articulation and description language that helps us to create that picture. Then I like the facial expression and the tone, the passes that you used. Like for example, showing an anger, the frustrations, the moment you heard he is from the Pakistan, like those can be the felt. I felt it was a kind of the contagious when you explain that. Then I like the dots that you connected. I was thinking about how India-Pakistan match that is related to the personal story. The moment you said your opponent is from Pakistan, that the angry was converted to furious, and I like the way you connected the dots. Overall, what I observed is you can comfortably, confidently tell a story to the wider range of audience. Coming to the recommendations, your tone was good. We are able to connect with you with your explanations. But when you blend it with the hand gestures and when you use the stage, the body movements, I hope it adds a lot of assurance. I hope if you can do that, you make a camera adjustment so that audience can see the hand gestures. Probably if you can stand and give the speech so that it adds it makes the story engaging. And overall, I can say it is engaging because of the remarkable tone and articulation skill of yours. And congratulations for taking this project and completing it. And looking forward to hear more speeches in Gabbys. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator Toastmasters. Thank you. Give a big round of applause to both speaker and evaluator. So I do agree to the points of Punith, Toastmaster Manoj. It was a compelling speech, and I believe it or not, even
You're mute.
Okay, fine. So it was so Toastmaster Manoj, it was a compelling speech, and as I was saying, as I was on mute, so I was also a victim of Champions Trophy wherein India lost. I was completely upset for 2 days. So it was story. The narration of the story was really good, and few points I would like to add. As Punith said, if possible, you could have student delivered the speech, because connect with storytelling requires voluntary body movements, not just the natural body movements. And if possible, if you could remove the background so that we can see you completely, your standing, your hand gestures. So because and the elements you use for storytelling were all there. Storytelling requires a story plot, conflict, and characters. You had everything. So it was a great speech. And Toastmaster Punith, I don't have any recommendations as of now for evaluation. But overall, I would like to give some recommendations as an evaluator when you attempt for any next evaluations. So always make sure you have a pattern in the evaluations. That is CRC method, commendation, recommendation, and commendations. So make sure that you have 2 recommendations which all went well in the speech, where you feel that, okay, these all elements went well. Have 2 recommendations or 3 recommendations which you feel may help the speaker to improve on to the next speeches. And last comes a commendation, which is a summary. You have to summarize your recommendations, your commendations. And summary part holds a greater marks in evaluation contest. So summary is very important. So this way you can structure your evaluation next time when you evaluate any of the speakers. So give a big round of applause to all our prepared speakers and evaluators. So now let us call upon our table topic evaluator, our Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, who will evaluate all the table topic speakers.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Maybe we can go on a gallery view, or we can spotlight speaker by speaker, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
I
can go to gallery mode.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. All right. So first of all, congratulations to all the 7 speakers who attended today's table topics. It is, believe me, it is very hard to attempt a table topic. Impromptu speaking is not something that comes very easily, but we are here, we are giving our best. So kudos to all of you, all of the table topic speakers. So the first speaker was Mahavir. So Mahavir, what I really liked about your speech was you took first 5 seconds to ascertain your thoughts, and then you connected discipline with the reasons for success. you connected very well with the concept of discipline, and you came up with reasons, discipline being the reason for becoming successful. Right? You also had an opening, a body, a conclusion. You started by saying, imagine a life without discipline. And then you went on to talk about consistent hard work. You gave a personal example of your Mumbai marathon that you're attempting to. You also refer to the TMOD. Very cleverly, you took something that the TMOD had earlier said in his speech, and you also brought that into your speech. And in the end, in your conclusion, you said that freedom in the long run is good. You'll get freedom in the long run if you are disciplined. That was the message that you got. Very well done. I thought there was one thing that was lacking in your speech, which is I personally failed to understand, which is basically the connect between discipline and freedom could have been done better, because your topic was is discipline equal to freedom? That was your topic. So maybe you could have brought in some aspect of connecting discipline and freedom. But to be fair to you, you did that in the end, in your conclusion, where you said that freedom in the longer run. If you're disciplined, you will get freedom in the longer run. But a much better connection with another example would have really enhanced your speech. Kudos to you, Mahavir. Then came the second speaker, Rishi. Rishi, you brought in humor. Really. Electrocution. Excellent way of being disciplined. And then you had a message in your speech. The path will be success. Pain will have success, and success has stars, right? And then you also said that the gadgets are useful to get adjusted. You can make it a habit. You can start aligning with those habits. But what I thought you would have done better was, first, I think you took a long time to start, more than what is usually prescribed either in a competition or in a meeting. I think you took something like around 10 seconds to start your speech. That's the first point. Second point is that you had a very abrupt ending. Maybe you thought that you're shooting overtime, and then suddenly you gave just one sentence and you ended your speech. You could have concluded that in a much better way by saying how electrocution can help in bringing discipline. A couple of sentences on that point. Then came our third speaker, Amit. A New Year resolution that you failed, right? I think, Amit, you had an opening, body, and conclusion. Right, you said that people forget New Year resolutions, etc. That was your opening, and then you came up with your own personal resolution of reading books, but you could not succeed, etc. And you're trying your best to achieve. So overall, I think you did justice to the topic. The topic was New Year resolution that you failed, and you came out the New Year resolution that you failed. So based on that, I think you did justice to the topic given to you. But I think what you could have done was that you could have spoken for a long time, a little more long time than you actually spoke. I think your speech was pretty short. I don't know the timings, but I felt that your speech was really short. Then came speaker 4, Bhagya Lakshmi. Weirdest way to stay disciplined, right? So Bhagya Lakshmi, I think you started with, she's there. I think you started with a disclaimer. You said, I don't know if this is the weirdest way to stay disciplined or not, but this is my way to stay disciplined, which is if I fail to be disciplined, I compensate it in some other. Like if you fail to go for a walk in the morning, you will compensate that by going for a walk later in the afternoon or in the evening. That is your way of compensating for not being disciplined, and that is your way of staying disciplined. But I really felt that was really not the weirdest way. I think the weirdest way came from Rishi. The electrocution is definitely a weirdest way of staying disciplined. I think that is something that I thought was the weirdest way, but nevertheless, I think you did a very good job. You even brought Toastmasters into your speech, into your story, and say how you can be a disciplined speaker by attending Toastmasters. Kudos to you. Very well done, Bhagya Lakshmi. Then came our speaker number 5, Gaurav. Procrastination is if procrastination is an Olympic sport, what would your gold medal moment be? I think, Gaurav, you brought justice to the topic. You said that you got up late by procrastinating to attend a yoga session, and that would be the gold medal moment to our Olympic score. So that way, you did bring justice to the topic, but I thought your speech was a little bit scattered all over. You could have thought about a little bit, and you could have come with an opening, a body, and a conclusion, which I think everybody has to do in a table topic, or at least attempt to do, get there. So that is something that you could have brought into your speech. Then came speaker number 6, Rahul Swami. Rahul Swami, your topic was, what is your rank to a super disciplined person? So, Rahul, I think you got the gist of the topic. You somewhere went close to the topic. You said you would be a boss. First, you kind of changed between two topics. First, you are talking about setting up a super difficult paper to a student, and then you changed that. You brought in the corporate, so you corporate setup, and you being a boss, and you giving a subordinate a difficult project, etc. But somehow, I thought the whole thing didn't come together. That is my take on this. I think there was a lot of blabbering, and next time I think I would request you to connect to the topic, gather your thoughts, wait for some time like many others did, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, ascertain your thoughts, and then come up with a speech. Then the last person was Mr. Mohan, most disciplined animal ever met. Again, Mohan, I think you didn't get the topic right in the beginning, because the topic was most disciplined animal ever met, but you said it was yourself, and you gave examples of being the most indisciplined person. So, and later on you connected back to saying about what discipline is all about. So I thought first you got confused, and then in the later part of your part you got me confused. So overall, I think I would certainly suggest that you kind of wait for some 5-6 seconds, ascertain your thoughts, as I was telling to the others, and then come out with this. So overall, a great topic. I just want to make one more point, and I'm sure the general evaluator will bring this up in his evaluation. And this is more to the table topic master than to the table topic speakers. And as I said, I'm sure the general evaluator will bring it to your notice. What I want to say is that if someone suddenly comes and starts speaking in between, it is the duty of the table topic master to say that, we are going person by person in a very nice way, right? And say we are going member by member. He will call you and give you a topic for you to come and attend. It can't happen that two people talk on the same topic. That is not table topic is all about, right? It is an impromptu speaking. The person who comes here to speak should get surprised with the topic. So that would be my suggestion. And it is the table topic master who is leading the session there, right? You are the owner of that session, so the responsibility lies on you to bring order to the meeting. Because if everybody starts speaking, and as you saw today, one more person also came up and said, even I want to talk on the same topic. That is not how it works. So as a table topic master, you should have control on the meeting and make sure there is order and discipline in that.
Got it. Thank you.
This is my take. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukund. That was really an apt evaluation of all table topic speakers. So let me tell you, table topic evaluator, being a table topic evaluator is not an easy job, because you have to keep your mind onto the speakers, what they say, and you have very less time to evaluate each speaker. So that job was very well done by our Toastmaster Mukund. Give a big round of applause. So now I'll come to the general evaluation feedback of the whole session, and then I'll call my team one by one. So the meeting started right on time, 10 a.m. So our Sergeant at Arms, Mohan Rao, welcomed everybody with his great energy. So that was all well done, Toastmaster Mohan. So give a big round of applause for Sergeant at Arms. So then came our Toastmaster Mukund. So one thing what I like about Toastmaster Mukund is his calm and poised way of speaking. Because I'm not that speaker. I keep on shouting, and people say, "Don't stop shouting." So I'm learning from Toastmaster Mukund. The way he comes, the way he started to take on the meeting as a presiding officer, he started his take on the topic, on the table, on theme, Toastmaster theme. So that was really well done, Toastmaster Mukund. I mean, you presided over the meeting in the way as a PO should be doing to start the meeting. So one small recommendation, very minor recommendation I have for you is, so as the theme of every presiding officer to tell bit about Toastmasters. So I think you should also keep saying that, because there might be many of guests who might have joined, like Amit Toastmaster, Amit. I'm not sure if Sapna is still there, so they should be knowing what the importance of Toastmaster. So that is one minor feedback from myself, so that you can add it in next whenever you're and presiding officer. Now coming to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sanjay. Sanjay, I'm very happy to see you the way you are speaking right now. I still remember we used to have calls regarding, because Sanjay was my mentee, and the way he showed up as a Toastmaster, consistently being into meetings, consistently taking roles, and see the way you have landed up, Sanjay. So really happy to see you the way you handled the session. I mean, see, the points to be a great Toastmaster of the day is, one thing is how do you engage the audience? So you engage the audience with your questions, with your theme. Let me tell you, being disciplined, this theme is actually a very regular theme, right? It's a very regular theme, but you made sure that you made it engaging. Okay, so kudos to you on that. And even the other main important aspect of being a Toastmaster of the day is how well you run the meeting within time. And you were too good in that. We are ahead time right now. We are within time. So that also adds up to your Toastmaster of the day. Then taking hold of the meeting. So there was one, okay, I'll come to this one point later when I start evaluating table topic master. So well done, Toastmaster of the day, Sanjay. It was a great theme. And also you engage the audience in a right manner. Give a big round of applause to Toastmaster. Now coming to table topic master. Table topic master Abhishek. Your speech, your table topics were not just topics, they were humorous topics. Very creative topics you brought in, and the way it engaged, it made the table topic speaker to think and then attempt the topic. And they were all humorous, and even the table topic speakers came with humorous replies. So kudos to you for all creative table topics and the way you ran the session. You had 7 topics and all the 7 topics were very good. So few recommendations. So one recommendation is already given by our table topic evaluator. That is, you are the host of table topic session. And if anything you think is uncertain, you have to jump in and you have to sort what is going wrong. So the one thing which went wrong, that Toastmaster, one of the speakers just came in and started giving their take on the topic. So you could have said, or you could have jumped in. So I'll not much go deeper into that because it was already the suggestion given by Toastmaster Mukund. But Toastmaster Abhishek, you did well. Your topics were too good. So give a big round of applause to Toastmaster for all the table topics. So we are all here to improve, and let us take this as a feedback and come better. Sure. Okay. So now, so one point I wanted to give. So to Toastmaster of the day is that, so table topic master was, I mean, he couldn't come in spotlight and tell the other speaker to just stop and pick the other topic. So Toastmaster of the day, because you are the host, so the next host of the complete session is Toastmaster of the day. And you could have jumped in, Sanjay, and told table topic master, yeah, you could have, or else you could have told the speaker who was trying to take the topic and trying to speak without actual topic. So even the Toastmaster of the day is responsible, and he is the host to manage the whole session. So this way, if table topic master misses it, Toastmaster of the day should come and should jump and sort the session. So that's all. But apart from that, kudos. I mean, great job done to our both Toastmaster of the day and table topic master. Give a big round of applause. And now let us call upon our team, the Avengers. Yes, Rangers. So let us call upon our first role taker, that is timer, auxiliary role taker. So we have Toastmaster Kamal. Could you please come on the camera and give us the timer report?
Yeah, please allow me to share a report, and meanwhile I will read out the report. So congratulations all speakers. Manoj Nair, second speaker, is not qualified because he took a 7 minutes 40 seconds. Rest speakers are qualified. So congratulations to all of you. I will share my reports on chat.
Okay. Thank you, Kamal. Thank you for that quick report, for sharing it on the screen, and as well as if possible, you can share it on the chat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are no recommendations for you. You were too good. I mean, you were on the spot, showing the red card, green card, and yellow card. So I was closely observing the timing, the way you were changing the cards. You were too good in that. So very attentive on displaying the cards, and also the report looks very good. So you can paste this report onto the chat. So give a big round of applause to our timer, Kamal. So now let us move on to our next role taker, and we have Sumit.
Can you allow?
Yeah, you can. You are the co-host now. You will be able to share your screen. Share your screen. Sumit, you can come here. You can come here, sit, or else, yeah. You can read it also. You can start your camera. Yeah. What is your? You have account with sharing. Okay. You sit now. Around. Here, sit. The mic is. Okay, you can share. Can you please remove the spotlight? Yeah. And spotlight Sumit.
Yeah, so it's time to present the R counter report. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is visible. Go ahead.
Yeah, so there are 3 speakers who have not used any of the filler words. Toastmaster Manoj, Toastmaster Mahavir, and Toastmaster Gaurav. Congratulations to all of you. That's it. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Sumit. Thank you. So give a big round of applause for Sumit for taking the account. I think this is your first time, Sumit, as an accountant. Yes. So give a big round of applause to all the participants. Okay, great. So now let us call upon our grammarian, the Mahesh Babu of Gabbys. So give a big round of applause for grammarian report. Yeah. You can sit same way. So on your camera.
I can read it. So first of all, I think no one used the word of the day. Very disappointed. No, I can read it. Okay. So there are good usages in the meeting are like magical solution, altering, myth wizard, appetizers, elaborate, power of discipline, instance, abnormal, and little niche, competing, vibrant, compelling story, blended with hand gestures, story plot, and blubbering. These are the good uses in the meeting. And also I found that there are rhetorical devices like repeating, like when teacher beat me, someone beat me. These are the some repeating this time. This is also repeating I will. And the way next time, these are the repeating words, phrases in the thing. There are good phrases also like life frozen in front of me and pain will bring to success. These are some good uses in the phrases. The only recommendations I found complete reading as much as possible. We can also say as much as feasible also. These are the some good recommendation for the phrases to bring. That's it.
Thank you. Give a big round of applause for grammarian. So one recommendation I have to Mohan is possible. If you could share the screen, because grammarian report looks good if you share the screen, and you could have joined the meeting. So that is only one single recommendation, but good job done, Toastmaster Mohan. Give a big round of applause. So now let us call upon our listener, Toastmaster Nandan.
So here I am back with certain questions. Let's see how your listening capabilities were. So who was Shubham's maths teacher?
Mr. Gupta.
Gupta, yes. So when Manoj was giving his speech, he mentioned about 2 IPL teams. Which were there? Yes. And there was a movie that Manoj mentioned in his speech. What was that?
Fast and Furious.
Yes, right. What was the warehouse that Manoj meet the tall guy?
What was that?
What was the name of the warehouse did Manoj meet the tall guy?
Tesco.
Yes, correct. So who was that, by the way? You were there, but
It was me, Bhagyalakshmi.
Nice. What percentage did Abhishek get in English during his first attempt?
95.
During his first attempt?
First attempt. 80%.
So how many reading comprehensions did Abhishek practice every day?
8. 8.
So when is the Mumbai Marathon, by the way, guys?
In January.
January?
100 days.
So with all questions answered, I mark this particular team or speakers as inappeable listeners. That was a very tough word. That's the reason I guess people could not add.
Great job done, Toastmaster Nandan. So one thing to keep in mind as a listener is it's not a suggestion, but very great job done. But for everybody, so always keep close-ended questions.
Okay.
So if you ask a question, the answer should be in one word. Okay, so that was really well done by Toastmaster Nandan, because most of us were not able to answer the questions, and that's how the listener should be. So give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Nandan as a listener. So that was about the reports of my team, and that was my general evaluation and one feedback for myself, because feedback is for everyone, not just for champions. So the feedback for me is I forgot to tell the right evaluator for speaker one. So I should keep that in mind. So apart from that, a great meeting we had, good number of people in person, even though the celebration is going on, the Dasara celebrations, but still people here are very passionate to speak, and they came here and spoke about their thoughts. So give a round of applause to everybody for making it on the festival day. Okay, that's about me, my dear Toastmasters. That's about your general evaluator. Now I give back the mic to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sanjay. Over to you.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Karthik. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Karthik and his team for a wonderful evaluation. Now, I would ask the Zoom master to launch the poll so that members and guests can vote on it. Till the time it's launch, I would like to ask who is the author of Harry Potter?
Rowling.
Rowling. If you read her life story, you will understand the power of discipline. Why? Because when she was in a very bad shape, she did not left her writing. Day on day, she was writing a page or two, and she did not lost her hope. And today, if you see how this Harry Potter has made a history, 500 million books have been sold. So that is the power of discipline. If we also cultivate the discipline and do daily talk or write something, then we may also create an history in near future. So and next I would like to tell you that Thomas Edison, if you see his story of how he invented the bulb, if we see, he has created the bulb not 1 or 2 times failure, 10,000 times he has used that thing and repeated without disheartening himself. If we get failed or if we get less mark, then we leave that thing and we go for some other thing instead of attempting and clearing. So we should be mindful that how these great people have authored and learned about the power of discipline and how they are implemented in their life and created history. So with this, I think if Zoom Master can launch the poll.
So Sanjay, yeah, we are actually editing the polls. Yeah, in few minutes we'll launch the polls. By then I will call upon our presiding officer.
Okay. Then I will be concluding my thing. So it is said discipline is a bridge between goals and accomplishment. Let us strive to build that bridge in every aspect of our life. With this, I hand over the stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, to take on. Thank you very much and signing off. Yeah.
By then you can start engaging. I will edit the polls.
You can start.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sanjay Jain. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big, huge round of applause to today's Toastmaster, Sanjay Jain. I have to say this about our Toastmaster Sanjay. He made sure that we were all on time. Right? It's around 12 noon, and we have almost come to the end of the meeting. To be honest, I have not seen this happen till now in all my meetings I have attended in Gabbys. We have always overshot whichever meeting I have attended, but today, Toastmaster Sanjay took it upon himself and made sure that we end this on time. But in Gabbys, we always start on time. There is no option there. But yeah, thank you, and thank you so much for the wonderful session. With that, and while the polls are getting edited and launched, may I request some feedback from our guests, please? Can I request Bhagyalakshmi, if you're still there, to give us your feedback on today's meeting?
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I have been a guest with Gabbys for quite a long time. Today's meeting was as wonderful as any other meeting that I have attended. Every speaker, every evaluator, table topic masters, and also the role takers, everybody played their role so very well. It was seamless, and even the break was exactly 5 minutes. 5 minutes, the TMOD came back and said, "Okay, let's all start." Right? That was fabulous, and it is always a great experience to attend Gabbys meeting. That's the reason I keep coming back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bhagyalakshmi. Let's hear it for her. We have one guest here offline, Mr. Amit. Would you like to give us your feedback?
Yeah, first of all, sincere apology for being late for this meeting, 30 minutes late. Not a first good impression, but yeah, I think this also reminds me to cultivate discipline for not being late. And yeah, this is my third meeting with Gabby as a guest, and I learned few things from this meeting, like how to be disciplined, how to I just remember that between goal and discipline can bridge between goal and accomplishment. So I learned all those things. Yeah. So for the first speech, I came to know how to try to get good number in the exam. And TM Suvam concluded with a good message and ending how a quote from his math teacher changed his life, and he is now what because of you. So that was really. Are you able to? And yeah, I liked speech by Manoj as well, and I enjoyed the topic given to me. What's up? Yeah, I could, and I got the recommendation to speak more. So that was really. He's not part of WhatsApp. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for our guest, Amit. Now, can I request our last guest, but Harshana, Fernando, to give us your feedback, please?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay, so it was a pleasure to join with you all, and I must say I enjoyed every speaker. All the speeches contained a message, as well as some of the speeches, they were so humorous. So I enjoyed my 2 hours with you all. So happy to be a part, and thank you for the invite as well.
Toastmaster Harshana. All right. Okay. So with that,
you can still engage.
Okay. All right.
Engage anybody.
Let's. We have some offline people, offline members here. Can you just give one sentence feedback on today's meeting? What you liked about today's meeting? We'll start with Punith.
I like 2 speeches.
Take the 2 speeches.
2 speeches. There is one. Like he talked about one exam, right? How to cheat. I never tried that. That is the.
Okay. Gaurav.
Yeah, I think we made the most boring topic, that is discipline, really interesting.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
That's very good. Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah. Nandan, table topics. Table topics was the highlight of today. Rishi.
The topic helps me to reflect on my decisions going forward.
Oh, good. That's profound. Mohan.
Table topics and the TMOD theme also, like discipline. I never been to discipline. I am trying to be discipline.
Lessons learned over there. Yeah. Sumit.
Table topic speech by Rishi, the electrocution one.
Oh, electrocution one. Yeah, that was yours. Shubham.
Yeah, I think table topics the topics are very funny.
Yeah,
very funny. Okay, Karthik.
Table topics and as well your table topic evaluation and Toastmaster of the day.
Oh,
Three.
right. Thank you very much. Let's go online very quickly. Who is that speaker?
You have the results.
Okay, we'll just finish off.
Yeah.
Don't feel left out. Sanjay, your one sentence takeaway.
Yeah, learned today something means which will go a long way.
Okay.
In a time and which will add value to my thing.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjay. Then we have Mahavir. Mahavir? Are you're on? Yeah, you're one sentence takeaway from today's meeting.
More discipline.
Great.
What was that?
It was more disciplined.
Oh, it was more. Okay. And then we have Kamal. Kamal, your one sentence takeaway.
Yeah.
One sentence. That's
what was that?
Interesting day. Kamal, one sentence.
Okay, so theme was very good.
Okay. All right. And then we have last but not the least, Abhishek.
Good topics, man. Seriously.
Table topic evaluation by you.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much. And now, friends, we have.
Yeah.
I hope I have not left out anybody. Have I left out?
Evaluator.
Harshana gave his feedback.
Okay.
Yeah. So Amit, Harshana, they gave this feedback. That's right. Okay. All right. So here we have the results, ladies and gentlemen, and drum roll, please. Okay. The best speaker with overwhelming majority of polls goes to Shubham. The best evaluator, again, with a huge overwhelming response, goes to Harshana. The best auxiliary role taker goes to none other than our listener Nandan. He has been doing this very often. I know. And then we have the best role taker, and that again goes to none other than our general evaluator, Karthik. Speaker. This goes to, obviously, who else can we expect? This is the winner of the table topic contest at the club level, Mr. Mahavir.
That's it.
So that's all we had. So friends, again, thank you very much. I think it was a wonderful meeting. We lived up to the Gabbys' reputation of having quality meetings. Even today, it was a fantastic, excellent meeting. Thank you very much. And we will again see on Tuesday at 7:30. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you all.